Hey guys, welcome back to 530 Mining. It's the usual suspects.
Hi.
We got Steve, we got Israel. My name's Mike. I wore the wrong color shirt again.
Never matches.
I can never get it right.
Never read those emails.
Nah, I miss the memo every time. But we're back in the same spot. This should look familiar from last week's video. If you haven't watched that one, go do it. We got a pretty nice nugget right underneath Steve's feet there.
I wasn't here.
Nope, it was just Steve and I that day. So today, Israel and I, we're gonna go look at a couple drifts that we have not been in. We're gonna go see if we can find one that's open, maybe poke our heads in, see what the old timers are doing. I think in the meantime, Steve's gonna start picking away underneath this rock and see if you can get something to turn up. So we're gonna get going. Let's not waste any more time and see what we can find today.
All right. Michael and I are making our way down to the creek where Steve found a drift and didn't tell us. Yeah, he found it. I think it was the first trip we took out here 2 years ago.
This is where I found my first piece of gold in this drainage down in here.
Yeah, so, well, I can give you a little history on how we came about this place, I guess. I was watching this place for years before I even knew Mike, and I think I was out of town or something, and Mike was wondering a place to go check out because we lost our other claims that we had, and I was like, well, you know, this place is open, and I've heard great history on it, so go check it out. And I think, well, you walked up this creek, found a little piece of gold somewhere right in here. Or was it down there?
It was down in this flat spot right around here.
Yeah. Gosh, it's grown back a bunch since the fire. It's starting to get thick in here again. But yeah, so he found one piece of gold and we went and filed the claim. It's turned into what we got now. That's really steep, so I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. I'll get back to you when we get to a little more secure location. Ranger, get out of there with your chip. Mike's swinging on this creek. Somewhere down in here, there's supposed to be a drift.
Well, I got all kinds of targets in here. That's a loud one right there. You hear that faint one here? I like that one. And then over here. There's a lot of targets going on, so let's try and get this first one out here. So it ended up being a piece of wire, a piece of lead shot. And I don't know what that one is, but I don't think I am going to dig it because it doesn't sound great.
Yep, there it is. On the other side, all them blackberries. Pretty collapsed.
It doesn't look like it.
Water in it.
I think she goes, dude.
Sounds good. I'll be right there. All right. This is drift number 1 that we were looking for. From the sounds of it, this is going to be the more collapsed one.
It is, but
The ground falling there, water.
let me see the camera.
Get the stuff out of the way and try to get in there.
Looks promising.
Well, I found a hole in the ground, so you know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to go in there and look at it. we are, upon inspection, I can see it's collapsed. Pretty, not very far in there. Ton of black sand built up right there. I don't see any tracks going in here. Water's running out of it, which tells me it probably keeps on going past this collapse. Huh. It's not collapsed. It is, there's a lot of ground fall, but there's a really good echo in here. Alright, so I'm right here at the portal. I'm gonna wait on Mike to go a little further. One thing about mine exploration is you always want to have somebody on the outside just in case something happens. Alright, we got water in here, but it's not very deep. Stuff to step on. Oh, that big slab came off. Right there. Oh. This is a wet drift, but you can still find snakes in here. Oh, it looks like it keeps going.
I think it keeps going, man.
I just don't trust this slate at all, dude. There's seams of clay pushing out through this slate. Oh, that's on bedrock. There's a hole in there. This might have been a drain tunnel, Mike. I don't know, though. Not seeing any cobbles in here. But I also don't see track, which tells me this was a drain tunnel. See how it's just smooth bedrock? It's a drain tunnel. Yep. It's down in there. Anything in there? Any nuggets? That looks like gold right there. Whoa. Dude. This is pretty cool. It's weird. It's like they have it dammed up right there. There's my first sign of cobble, I think. It's just really slippery in here. And yeah, there's a cobble. There's a cobble, there's a cobble. I can tell by the angle of it, it's really steep, so this is a drain tunnel. But you never know what you could find in here. This would be a place worth detecting, I'd say. Portal back there. And it keeps going. Oh shit, that was soft. Sounds like a waterfall up ahead. Oh wow, I'm trying to keep an eye on this bedrock and see if I see any nuggets just laying here. keeps going. Yeah, it's really steep in here. Well, it's just still going. Look how steep that is, though. Man. It's like being in a creek underground. It's kind of weird. Oh, it's pretty small in here. Eventually, this is gonna lead me to a vertical shaft going to the surface that's probably closed in. And it's still going. Alright, well, I'm gonna get up around that corner and see what it looks like. I'll get back to you.
Israel's pretty far back in there right now. Can you hear him? Can you hear the echoes coming back up? That's just what's left of his voice.
So just as I expected, it's gonna lead to a vertical shaft that's probably collapsed. So this is a drain tunnel. This is where they were either funneling material down and then sluicing it as it came out of the creek or out of the tunnel, or they had sluices in here. But by how steep this is, I would say that they were probably sluicing down in the creek. So, but you can see a bunch of nice quartz cobble in here. Be a good place to come detect. That portal wasn't so sketchy. It's really soft out there. All right, gonna go find the other one.
All right, we're done with this drift. And we're going to the next one. Should be kind of over this hill and down the drainage bit.
So it's really hard to put into perspective for you guys just how much earth the old timers moved. The pits are way up there. You all right, Ranger? Present day river's 1,200 feet down there. This is an ancient river way up on a mountain, 3,200 feet. And that is just a mountain of cobbles that they washed down here. And you can tell they were sluicing down here. If you look down in here, those are all hand stacks. They stacked that up, get it out of the way for their sluice boxes that were right there towards where Ranger's walking. So that other dish should be around here somewhere.
Well, what do we got here again, guys? Let's use our indicators. We've got water. Follow the water. Oh, it looks like a portal.
Oh, she's wide open.
Second portal of the day.
Rising. This is definitely a drift.
A little bit of water in this one.
Yeah. It looks like it keeps going too.
Yeah, I can shine it back up there again through the right side hole. Oh yeah, keeps going.
And it's collapsed up there, but there's cobbles.
Drain tunnel probably, right?
No, this ain't a drain tunnel.
You know, why don't you think so? It's too flat, huh?
Get out of there, that's gross. I guess it's a spring line.
Yum, yum, yum. So we found that one here. Israel's gonna take a look around the bend and see if there's anything on that side of the ridge. he says there's nothing over there, so. I don't know, this one's gonna be quite the project to drain down. There's some pretty big rocks in the way. So, maybe something for a future day.
There's an old timer's classifier. That's probably from the 30s. Tells you the size of gold they were finding, though. Well, this is the stuff we usually hike through looking for gold. But today we're gonna go up on some flat ground and dig. Oh, down here in rattlesnake country. Again, cameras do not do this justice. It's a lot steeper than it looks.
Starting the day off. It's not much, but it's a little scrap we missed here. Steve supposedly swung on this, and
I didn't turn my machine on. I was just checking it out.
he was just practicing. It was sitting right there. Yeah, we've got plenty more to keep digging on around this big rock, so who knows what else is in here. Wait, that's a target. Yep, that's another one. I'll dig on that in a second. Got a little something in there. Oh, that one's a piece of lead shot. Of course, when we start filming, it's not gold anymore.
That's the way it rolls. That's why I don't put my camera out ever.
Well, we're all feeling a little bit lazy today, so we're not doing as much digging as we usually might. Israel and Steve are out just kind of swinging on different spots that have produced for us, and I'm doing something a little different. I'm digging for crystals on a giant boulder. But there's a few here. Pretty clear. Just a little guy, but there's all kinds of stuff going on back in there, and this big pocket here. No, those aren't drill holes or anything like that. These are just natural pockets. You can see all these crystals kind of through here, but these guys are solid. They're not coming out. But in these bigger little openings, you can dig the clay out, and sometimes you can pop them loose. Well, it really is in the most unexpected places. That's the road right there. And that's some gold. I got another target right there. This one came out of here, and there's one right there, so let's dig that one. All right, there's actually a couple of targets left. So there's one here. And then there's another up here. Interesting. Let's dig this little guy first. Second one was a little piece of rust. Let's see what number 3 is. It's getting pretty loud. Huh. Gold, trash, trash. There's another target there, but it doesn't sound very good, so I'm gonna dig it anyways, but unless it's gold, I'm not gonna show it to you.
Well, Steve got 5 or 6 out of there so far. Working on another. I think when he gets done, I'll swing down through here where Ranger's sitting. Looks pretty good. Nice little apron. Steve's got another. One's a little bigger. Nice. They just pour out of this hillside now. Pretty cool.
Not too.
Working these steep hillsides is super fun.
Damn it. Piece of lead.
Ah, that's why it sounded so good. Bummer. Way she goes.
Down the mountain.
You got another one. Oh. Thickness to it. Too shabby. Steve's got a good target here. Every time we set the machine down, it slides away. You got another one. Another little chunky one. Not too shabby. Right on. Oh. Steve got another nice one. Yeah. Chunky.
Well, that is the take for the day. It's everybody. 12 pieces. We'll take her home and weigh it up. Okay, we're back home. Let's get the gold weight up. Zero it out. 3.4 grams for the day. It's not too bad. Couple little chunky guys. That one was the one there at the end. A couple of these that Israel and Steve found. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, 3.4. That'll do it for the day. All right, real quick, let's go through the winners of the June Patreon drawings. So first up for one of the 530 shirts, we've got Jason Schmidt. Congratulations, buddy. Next up, the winner of the little nugget from one of our previous videos. Take a look at it if you haven't watched it yet. And the winner of this one is Sarah Beal. Congratulations. And then lastly, we've got a bag of pay dirt here. This is stuff that I've put together myself. It's also salted with an additional 1 gram of gold guaranteed. The winner of that one is Steve Eichmann. Congratulations. Well, you guys might have noticed the video is maybe a little bit out of date, right? A couple weeks old. Had to pull that one from the vault. We're off this week for 4th of July. I hope everybody has all 10 fingers when this one gets uploaded. But yeah, so we're going to be back next week. Hopefully we're going to be back in the water. But we'll see what's going on. I got a couple videos that I got to finish editing and get up there. A couple more metal detecting trips. But trust me, I'm waiting on parts. I'm trying to get in the water. I got the dredge sitting in the garage. We're ready to go. But as always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you all have a safe 4th of July, and we will be back next week.